WoW Stories here, and this is my first video of the new channel I'm making. I say new channel because technically I've had an old channel. Let's not talk about that. It had nothing to do with this. And I just want to start off by introducing myself a little bit to all of the lovely people on YouTube. And still not sure if I should look at me recording myself or the webcam. So if you guys tell me what you prefer, I think I'm just going to start doing it in the webcam for the rest of this. Basically, I'm just trying to get into YouTube. I've made some videos before, but they're not very good, and they're nowhere near like this type of thing. So, any tips, pointers, anyone could point out to me in the comments of anything that looks bad. For example, the fact that I look like I'm whiter than glue, and whiter than whiteout right now. I know it's bad. It's my lighting situation. I'm working on fixing that. Webcam, I know it's bad. I'm using the one built into my laptop. I know, shame, shame, shame. Right now, funds are a little tight, so I'm rolling with what I got. I'm also using my laptop microphone. Anyways, to get beyond that, and that should stop people who asking for specs on my, stuff. I don't think anybody would want the specs anyways, because it's not that good. Getting beyond that, I'm sorry, I tend to ramble. Making this channel, True WoW Stories, just so I can give people more understanding of what a World of Warcraft player actually is like. I think I'm an average World of Warcraft player. Okay, I think I'm an amazing World of Warcraft player, but I'm just kidding about that. I do have a little bit of narcissistic sense of humor, so it's one thing you'll have to consider when watching me. And basically, I feel like the world is under a misconception about World of Warcraft players. They think all World of Warcraft players are fat neckbeards whose face is covered in acne and sit in their mom's basement and play World of Warcraft. That's not true. I mean, like, saying you play World of Warcraft is almost like saying that, like, you've killed a kitten or something. Like, people just have, like they just get this idea of you, and, okay, if you actually have killed a kitten, there's not much, that they could get wrong about the idea about you because you killed a kitten, but, like, it just creates this big emotional response from the people you're telling. So, I just want to let people know that not everybody is like that who plays World of Warcraft, or video games in general. Some people just have this general idea of video games, but World of Warcraft seems to be the epitome of it. So, I just want to prove that not all gamers are like that. Like, I play World of Warcraft. Yes, I raid with World of Warcraft. I would be what I consider a softcore raider. Meaning, I'm not, pushing into heroic modes 3 weeks after content's out, but I'm also not stuck in LFR 3 months after content is out. I'm doing normal mode stuff. If you don't know what that is, it's just World of Warcraft, in the middle. I do play it. I don't just hop on once a week, but I'm not on there 24/7, raiding for 6 hours a night, 7 nights a week, like some people are. That's their lifestyle choice. They have their time. If they want to spend their time doing that, go for it. But I don't. The people I raid with people in Australia, which just blows my mind because, they always come on and they're like, good morning, and I'm like, it's 6:30 at night. But it's funny. But the fact that you've got the way the internet works, you have that like instant back and forth between me and someone on the other side of the planet. And then there's other people who I play World of Warcraft with who I just talk with, people who are mothers, fathers, people who have children they're living with and raising, and they're playing World of Warcraft at the same time, and they're not neglecting their kids. They're dealing with their kids at the same time. People who are just become fathers, like while playing. That's weird. That's weird. When you know that you've played with someone a long time, when you remember them before they even had a girlfriend, let alone had a wife and a child. It's weird. And for the people who play World of Warcraft, I'll give you guys a little more background about me. I've played World of Warcraft since vanilla World of Warcraft, since pre-expansion. I'm proud to say that. It's also funny that I say that, because I literally started playing World of Warcraft 2 weeks before Burning Crusade came out. So, that's funny. I'm still not entirely sure all the things I'm going to talk about on this channel yet. I know one of the things I'm going to try to do is, I might make this like a weekly thing, but an idea I have, because like for World of Warcraft, because if you've noticed, when you click the little red question mark down there on your screen, or there, wherever it is, if you have some special UI set up. I don't. There's 3 options for basically talking to Blizzard: contacting a GM, submitting a bug, or submitting a suggestion. I use that middle one all the time. I'm not going to lower the other fingers. Obvious reasons. But I love to submit suggestions, and I just sometimes don't have people to bounce the ideas off of to see if it's a good suggestion before I even waste my time submitting it. And I'll just bring it up here and see what you guys think. My first one, and I think this is a good one, and I have bounced this idea off of people: account-wide ignore list. Being able to not only ignore someone's one of their characters, but all of them. And I'm not saying replace regular ignore list with this. No. Add this as an extra option. And the way that you could do it to protect the account, because apparently somebody said that there was something in the terms of service or end user license agreement or something like that that prohibits them from letting you do something, take action against someone's entire account without their permission. Like, you can't friend their entire account, i.e. real ID, without their permission. You know, because then that's getting, you know, their battle tag name or their name and their email and all that. I understand that. Make the account-wide ignore. Say you want to ignore somebody named, you know, Fuzzy Lock 24. Okay, you know, can't have numbers in World of Warcraft. Fuzzy Lock with a little E at the end, because they think they're special. Now, you right-click them, you click on ignore. That ignores them normally. But what if there's an option where you click ignore, and then it goes to ignore character or ignore account? And if you ignore account, you look at your ignore list, it'll have their name, like Fuzzy Lock with a little E, parentheses, account-wide, and then you can't see any of their characters' chats at all. I think that would be nice. Just because if you ignore someone on one character, chances are, I keep looking at the wrong spot, chances are you're going to want to ignore all of their characters, not just one. Plus, I think this will be the downfall of gold sellers and those other scammers who promise you, you know, 10K for the mount, and then you give them 10K and you get the mount and it's gone in 2 days because their credit card payment failed to go through. Which does happen, so watch out for those people. Friendly warning. I think it'd be the downfall of them, because if everybody on the server just has their account on an account-wide ban, they can't just delete that character after 20 minutes and make a new one. In order for people to see what they're saying, they're going to have to make a whole new account. And it's not free. It is free to make a trial account, but you cannot talk in trade chat or any of the major chats. So they'd have to create a whole new paid account just for people to see them again. And how many people a day do they get to respond to that? Maybe 1 or 2? I mean, I could be totally off, but like, to respond to them in-game, 1 or 2 at most. I mean, responding to a gold seller in-game is a death sentence anyways. You're saying, hey, Blizzard, look at me. I'm buying gold. I'm trying not to move that much just because my poor quality webcam, but sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, chances are there's not that many people doing that anyways. So, just give us an account-wide ignore. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today. If anybody can give me any tips, tricks, anything that they notice I'm doing wrong that they would like me to do, anything I'm doing right that I should continue to do, anything that I'm not doing that they would just like to see, like I could talk about other video games other than World of Warcraft. I do have a PlayStation 3, got my controller right here. That's gonna ignite an argument in the comments between like all 2 of my viewers I'm gonna get on my first video. But you know, I hope there's more. You know, if you're the 3rd viewer, don't not view it just because you're number 3 and I said that. But seeing as how we're about 9 minutes in, yeah. If you don't want to watch the whole video, that's okay. I don't know when to shut up most of the time. Oh, back to my point. As I said, I ramble. I have ADD. I'm going to ignite an argument between PS3 and Xbox 360. I can talk about why I chose PS3 over Xbox 360 in another video. If you'd like me to, let me know. If you don't care, let me know. If you want to ask me what, you know, games I play, let me know. I will tell you. I will play games. I play on Steam, not very much, but I do have a Steam. So, if you've made it to the 9.5 minute mark on my first ever video ever, I want to thank you. I want to give you a virtual hug, unless you're not okay with that. In that case, I don't want to give you a virtual hug. I don't want to invade your privacy and scare you off after my first video. But thank you very much. And I do appreciate you watching this video. And A like rating would be wonderful. Subscribe would be better, but I only have one video so far. But not to say don't hit subscribe. But just click that little like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it, click the little dislike button. I can't see you getting to the 10-minute mark by disliking it. Again, I ramble. I'm going to work on this. So if you're going to say that in the comments, I'm working on it. I'm now looking at myself instead of the camera. So I am working on that. And I've got the same hands going on like a mirror. Anyways, thank you. And I will see you later. Peace, love, and chicken.